Back to the channel. And today we're going to continue our Hogwarts Legacy playlist. So, we're going to find Scrope's note in the courtyard. Scrope knows about that book you found. Is it missing something? Scrope does not believe it is safe to speak out in the open. Scrope has left another note across the bridge among the circle of rocks. Take care, tell no one about this.
Scrope? Who is Scrope?
Well, back across the actual bridge we go. Almost there. Head for the pumpkin chest down from the stone circle. Look inside one of them. You may be able to help poor broken-hearted Scrope.
Pumpkins? Ah, I think I know just the place.
Further amongst all of these. Here we are. The young Slytherin must be exceptionally curious by now. Well, I am. Meet Scrope at the water's edge by the broken docks.
Down to the water's edge? This had better not be a trick.
Okie dokie. So traversing we do. Where is this Scrope?
Thank you for coming all this way. The name's Scrope. Scrope serves the headmaster. Been in the Black family for years. Apologies for the abundance of notes. Scrope wanted to be sure you weren't followed.
What's this all about? Your notes mentioned the book I found in the restricted section.
Scrope can tell you more in exchange for your help, but no one, especially the headmaster, can know.
Undermining the headmaster and getting something in return. Continue.
Oh, Scrope does not intend to undermine the headmaster. In fact, Scrope wants to surprise him. Scrope's late mistress, Apollonia Black, may she rest in peace, was a student at Hogwarts over 50 years ago. Before she died, she spoke with passion of pages ripped from a book. Scrope suspects she took them to her private grotto. She was delirious at the end, poor thing. Mistook belladonna for elderberries. Scrope tried to warn her.
I'm sorry to hear that. But how do you benefit if I find the pages?
Scrope believes that a treasured Black family ring is also in the grotto. Scrope wishes to give it to the headmaster. Apollonia forbade Scrope from entering the grotto long ago. Scrope continues to honour her wishes. Scrope would not dare ask a student for help, but when Scrope learned you were looking for those pages, Scrope thought you might also find the ring.
How did you know that I'd found a book and that it's missing pages?
Scrope and the other house elves are good at staying out of sight. Scrope hears and sees many things in the castle. Scrope knows how to keep secrets.
Okay, fair enough. Tell me about the ring.
More about this treasured ring.
Oh, it's adorned with the Black family crest. The headmaster would be pleased with Scrope for returning it.
Fair.
How did you injure your ear?
The Blacks have a tradition of decapitating their house elves when their service is no longer required. One day, dear Apollonia was understandably frustrated with Scrope and got a bit too eager with a cleaver. Scrope was able to convince the sweet girl of his value and now views this small injury as a reminder of her good heart.
It seems this may help us both. I shall do it.
Scrope is relieved. Scrope hoped the young Slytherin would be willing to help. Take this toast to the grotto just down the coast and place it on the pedestal there. Good luck. Scrope will wait right here for you. Best of luck finding your pages. And the ring.
Well then. Off we go to Stars So Bright. And for what we know of... Whee!
Accio, Levioso, Expelliarmus, Incendio. Protego, Stupefy. Accio, Levioso, Expelliarmus, Incendio. Protego, Stupefy. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Protego. Stupefy. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. Stupefy. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Protego.
Well, for in we go. To traverse a cave of what's below?
Why would I need a piece of toast? I suppose that's where it goes.
For the critter on wall survives the most. Into a grotto we must traverse. Apollonia Black's journal.
Could it be? A visitor? Oh! Ah! Ooh! Ah! The name's Richard Jackdaw. I was a student, just like you, about a century ago. How in the world did you find this place?
A house elf named Scrope sent me. Said I might find a black family ring here.
Ah. Sorry to say, I sold the ring a long time ago. Poor Scrope. Still holds a candle for Apollonia, I reckon. Can't say I blame him. I stole all these treasures just to impress her. Alas, 'twas to no avail. I thought a secret map I pilfered from Peeves would pique her interest. But she simply rolled her eyes. What would I want with yellowed old pages torn from a book? Not my finest moment.
I must insist that you give them to me at once.
They're not here. I thought if Apollonia wasn't interested in the map on the pages, Perhaps it would lead to something that would intrigue her. So, I followed the map to what I can only describe as an enchanted cave of some kind. And you see what happened next? Here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you where to find the pages?
I think I could guess how you died, but who did it to you?
I was having a look around when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze. After that, I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do visit the cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
Why did I need the toast to get in here?
Oh, that was Apollonia's idea. Seems some squids love toast. They should have taught you that at Hogwarts.
I'm new, you dimwit.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves, a poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He has a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's sure to cause the most chaos. He dropped them after a particularly aggressive romp through the library.
I suppose if that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you at the forest.
I'm sure the pages are still tucked in my waistcoat. If you don't mind the sight of a, well, my decapitated skeleton, they're yours for the taking.
Aha! The map.
A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now.
In all I do know, every time, a shiver of spinal cords. That may be time. But may it only rest in ways that only for eyes shall see.
Hello, Scrope. Thanks to you, I was able to enter Apollonia's grotto. The toast was the key. I met a ghost there, Richard Jackdaw, who's agreed to lead me to the pages I've been looking for.
Phew, that boy was never good enough for Apollonia. Oh, what of the Black family ring?
I'm sorry to say that Jackdaw sold it long ago.
Sad news indeed. Scrope shall need to think of another way to impress the headmaster. Well, Scrope takes some consolation in knowing that the young Slytherin found what they needed.
I did. Thank you again, Scrope. You're a credit to House Elves.
For indeed he is, and for what we shall. For a particularly intriguing job at best
What do
of
you have
all.
in store for me this time?
Who's calling? Be back in a sec. Something I'm not sure. What about? Okay, there's only... Okay, okay. Well, we've got Summoner's Court match.
What are you doing out here?
Challenging you to a game of Summoner's Court. I think it's time you faced a real opponent, outside of Ronan's little lesson in charms class. Summoner's Court isn't just a game. It's a battle of skill. A test of a witch or wizard's mettle. What say?
I'm in. Let's do it.
Brilliant! Summoner's Court. The ever-changing game. Accio. Nothing to it.
Accio.
Shit.
I've seen worse. Accio. Come on, Leander. Oh. Not bad. Not bad. Try to beat that.
The only way I can do this is I'm literally... Ah, shit. I hate these bumpy things.
Wait, did I win? I won! We should have bet a few galleons on that round. Care to go again?
I'm game for another round.
Grand! You could use the practice. Summoner's Court. The ever-changing game. Accio. All in the wrist.
Accio.
Oh my god, how the fuck are you supposed to...
Accio.
The hell are you supposed to do that?
Nothing to it.
Have I wasted all my Summoner's Court ability on this bloody game?
Didn't think you were a match for me. Accio. Try to beat that.
How?
Accio.
I've seen worse. We should have bet a few galleons on that round. Care to go again?
I'm game for another.
Gran.
Okay, strike triangles just to skip it.
Summoner's Court. The ever-changing game.
He's just getting shit luck.
All in the wrist.
Accio.
Lucky shot. Accio. Nothing to it. That was one for the ages. Accio. Try to beat that.
Okay, I just need more than 10 and I've won. Even just by 1 point.
You beat me.
Like 10 points. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Bit of good luck, that's all.
I'm not lucky, I'm simply better than you.
All right, fine. You're right. You're better than me. I'll let the others know you're good enough to keep playing.
The others?
I lost 7 matches in a row to Samantha Dale. The others who play Summoner's Court thought that if you couldn't beat me, you wouldn't be enough of a challenge.
Leander, there's no easy way to say this. Well, actually, there is. You're not cut out for it.
Well, you could have found a harder way to say it. But perhaps you're right. I'll let the others know you're good enough for them.
That was brutal. That was bloody brutal. No, I'm not even taking the piss. That was blasted brutal, that was. That was brutal. Right, let's head to the Forbidden Forest. Well, I don't want to do that because, well, there's going to be something there.
Rally behind strength and you can't go wrong.
Oh, I can do this one.
Could it be a Merlin trial? Merlin himself would be proud. Protego!
Well, that's another 4 for me.
Lumos.
But dearest Apollina, would you care to join me for a picnic? I know you enjoy good Cornish pasty almost as much as you enjoy good mystery. See you soon, I hope. Yours, Rich. Oh no, we have to. I think I know what we've got to do. We've got to turn it night time.
Lumos. Enchanted candles. Wonder where they're heading. The candles seem to be leading into the Forbidden Forest.
Yeah, a place I probably should not be going.
The treasure must be nearby. I suppose a picnic and treasure hunting suits me. Lumos, Incendio, Leviosa, Expelliarmus.
Turn it to daytime, of course.
Here I am, as good as my word.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see you. It took the cunning of a Slytherin to track down these pages.
Well said. Now where do we go from here?
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise. Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say intramuros. I think it's Latin. Or Greek. As you can imagine, I never paid much attention in school. Shall we?
Lumos. Aside from the bird bath, anything else I should look for?
Indeed. A few landmarks. A stone bridge, a waterfall, and, if I recall, a lake. You'll see.
You've been very helpful. Thank you.
Surprising how much of this is, rather unfortunately, coming back to me. Yes. You know, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering. Probably best I leave you to it. Simply stick to the path and keep a sharp eye out for that bird bath. Adieu. Is that Latin? Or Greek?
Nothing to do now but keep going. The waterfall. For a thief, Jackdaw's surprisingly as good as his word. Something oddly solemn about this place. Such regal creatures, stags. There it is, just as Jackdaw described. Intramuros. Lumos.
Aren't you a little far from home?
Ranrock knew you'd eventually lead us to whatever it is you're hiding. But
Lumos.
you won't survive this.
Incendio.
I'll kill you when I get down from here.
Oh, we need to do this again.
Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Stupefy.
I won't rest.
Expelliarmus. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. No risk those loyalists will report back to Ranrock now. Let's see where Jackdaw has led me.
Right then. Let's enter, shall we?
I wonder how big this place is. Impressive. That must be where all this leads. Someone didn't want casual visitors down here.
No, they didn't.
I wonder if any of my spells will help me through this. Stupefy! Stupefy! Accio! Incendio! Levioso! I'm not gonna touch those. Ugh. Expelliarmus! Potato! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Stupefy! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Potato! Incendio! That platform ought to be able to float straight to me. Not a headless skeleton in sight. But I may as well help myself to this. Accio!
Okie dokie.
An untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave.
No, it wasn't. But again,
Incendio! Another puzzle. Jackdaw could solve this so good. Potato! Stupid one. Remarkable.
so we're pretty much nearly there.
I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be? It's a good thing Jackdaw didn't fall down there. Accio!
Okie dokie, so
That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no sign of him.
maybe he didn't care about the loot.
Incendio! Not a headless skeleton in sight. But I will help myself with this. Potato! Incendio! Potato! Expelliarmus! Stupefy! Incendio! Stupefy! Incendio! untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave.
Yeah, like I said, he probably didn't want any of this crap. And that's why you don't mess with Chinese chomping cabbages.
That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no sign of him. I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be? Not a headless skeleton in sight. But I may as well help myself to this. That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no sign of him.
Of course there ain't. Because Jackdaw was never a part of any of this crappy loot to begin with.
There it is. The bridge, it's almost complete. More spiders. These can't be the land of Richard Jackdaw. Stupefied. 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 Incendio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Potato. Stupefied. Incendio. Incendio. Accio. Incendio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Potato! Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Farewell, monster. I can only imagine how these spiders have multiplied since Jackdaw came this way.
Okie dokie. Come down here.
I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be?
Well, we're about to see
Closer
him.
to Jackdaw's remains and those pages.
Okie dokie. Oh, hang on. Here.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw. Thank you for keeping these pages safe all these years. Here it is, the map that brought your doom, Jackdaw. Is there something beyond this room? Accio! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Leviosa! Potato! Stupefy! Incendio! Expelliarmus!
Okay.
Expelliarmus, some you brutes. Expelliarmus! Accio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Accio.
Oh, well, here it comes.
Expelliarmus. Accio. Levioso. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Revelio. What? That's unnerving. I've seen this before. In Gringotts and the restricted section. Where am I? Oh no, the room's starting to flood. How am I being protected? What sort of magic is this? I can only hope this magic protects me until I'm able to make my way out of here. What is this place?
Right, come on. Well, here we are.
Can it be?
It's you.
Has someone finally found our map chamber?
I recognize you from the Pensives. You're Professor Rackham.
I am indeed. I must confess that I am surprised to see someone so young standing before me.
I'm the same age that you and Isadora Morganach were when you started at Hogwarts.
You've paid attention, and might I presume you share our ability?
To see traces of ancient magic? Yes, sir, I do.
As you have likely realized by now, our ability gives us a unique relationship with all forms of magic. We can access expressions of magic that few others can. Opportunities will arise that allow you to sharpen this rare talent. Do not squander them.
I won't, Professor. Thank you.
We have much to discuss. But first, a map found in a certain book led you here. Place the book on the pedestal.
I don't have the book with me, sir.
That is unfortunate. I'm afraid we must pause our conversation until you return with the book.
I'm a bit confused, sir. Why is this room called the map chamber?
I assure you that all will be clear once the book has been placed on the pedestal.
The statues and carvings in the house on the cliffside, those are of you. Are you a seer?
I am.
Did you know that I would be here?
I cannot say more at present, except to say that your presence here does not entirely surprise me.
Very well. I'll retrieve the book right away.
Good. We shall speak again once the book is in place.
Ah, talents. And we have 12 of them. And now you can actually, believe it or not, spend money to reset your talents. Well, which leaves us with 6. Perfect. That's what we need. And when we do, this last one's like the Petrificus Totalis Mastery. So, you'll remember that there's actually one bit of Hogwarts we could not access because of a certain reason. Now,
I found the pages and the map chamber. Why would I need the book? Oh. I'm back at Hogwarts. I wonder when Professor Fig will be back. I did promise him I wouldn't neglect my studies while he was away. Suppose I have enough to distract myself with till he returns with the book.
well, the Daedalian keys are a lot harder to do. Ah, flying cars.
You need to learn Depulso, the banishing charm, useful for pushing objects or adversaries away. Complete the required tasks and meet me in my classroom.
Everybody grab a broom and we shall get started. Mr. Clockton, your attention, please.
Sorry, Madam Kagawa.
Everyone, please welcome a new student to our flying class.
Welcome.
Hello. The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely, as broom flight is, first and foremost, a means of transportation. This, I fear, some of you have forgotten. Diving, rolling, and loop-the-loops will not be taught or in fact tolerated in this class. We'll leave that to professional Quidditch players, like the Toyohashi Tengu. Not a fan, I take it? Now, let's see how well everyone kept up with their practice over the summer holidays. For those who need a refresher, step up to your broom, say up firmly and clearly, then kick your leg over and rest your weight on the seat. Up!
Thank you.
Now, your turn.
Up,
Up.
up, you stupid ratty school broom.
up.
It's just easy.
One leg over, so there's a leg on each side. None of that side saddle nonsense. A gust of wind will throw you right off. And if you hear my whistle while you're in flight, ground yourself at once. Good. Now, for your first lesson, fly through each ring in the courtyard. Do take care. The brooms are school property. I want them returned in one piece.
Wish I had my own broom. I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Well done. Now that you're acclimatized to your broom, let's see how well you manage with a more advanced exercise, shall we? This next set of rings will take you around the grounds for more of a chat.
What a view!
Hello. Nice day for a flight.
Ha! Good. I've got this.
Ah, the old boathouse. Wish you could have experienced crossing the lake as a first year. Whoa! Our aquatic resident likes to make an appearance once in a while.
That wasn't too bad.
Oh, well done! Have a moment? I say, I watched you fly through those rings. You seem to handle yourself on that dusty school broom well enough. I'd imagine you're ready for something a bit more challenging. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We haven't properly met. I'm Everett Clopton. Am I right in suspecting that a Slytherin like you might be interested in making an escape from class?
Kagawa seems strict. I wouldn't want to get into trouble.
Kagawa won't even notice. Besides, a bird doesn't learn how to fly by staying in the nest. Follow me. The tour is about to begin. Follow closely now. Right now, we're flying over the Transfiguration Courtyard. Lovely as ever. Let's hope the headmaster isn't having tea by the window today. Nice to get above it all, isn't it? Ahead of the gardens, the Hufflepuff common room windows just peek out. Bit claustrophobic for my taste.
How is Everett flying so quickly?
Here's something handy to know. Lean forward for a burst of speed. Helpful if you need to escape a tricky situation.
Now that's more like it.
You sure you're not part hippogriff? There's the famous bridge. Think of all the magic holding it up. I mean, look at it. And the owlery. That's a bit of solid architecture, isn't it?
Flying tips and a jaunt around Hogwarts. This is quite the tour, Everett.
That's Kagawa's whistle. This concludes our tour. Let's hurry back. Looks like she's already dismissed class. Better hurry and hand in our brooms. Dismount here.
And where have you two been?
Oh, hello, Professor. We were trying to get a bit of extra practice in.
Hefty points will be taken from each of you for not following my instructions.
Hey, I didn't want to.
Mr. Clopton, I'm disappointed in you. You're in this class because you're still not showing yourself, or frankly, your broom, the proper respect.
But, Professor...
Enough. Class is finished for the day. As for you, you do well to use better judgment in the future.
Hey, I didn't want to.
Chin up. That was some rather good flying.
Sorry about that business with Kagawa, but you have to admit, those views were worth it.
Perhaps, but we did get in trouble, and Kagawa could hold it against us.
Rotten luck, that. I didn't think she'd see us. But it's no matter. You seem at home on a broom. Bet if you had a fancy model, you could fly laps around Imelda. She's Kagawa's favorite. I could show her a thing or two if I had my own broom. Hate having to return the school broom after class.
Perhaps I have to purchase a broom then?
If you can, you should. Wish I could. I recommend visiting Albie Weeks at Spintwitches in Hogsmeade. He's always looking to test new models. I'll keep an eye out for you in the sky.
Madam Kagawa, about what happened in class.
No need to discuss it further. Losing points for Slytherin should serve as a deterrent against future escapades. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that I teach you a few additional spells, so please keep an eye out for an owl from me. You're also welcome to drop by any time with questions.
I've not forgotten about our library venture. How did you fare? If you're keen for some illicit spell practice, meet me outside the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. I know a discreet place near there.
Good day to you. I require assistance with a delivery and thought you might be interested. Please visit me at J. Pippin's Potions if you'd like to earn a few coins.
The youngest is learning to denome the garden.
Please meet me in the 7th floor corridor as soon as you can. I have an idea for somewhere you can focus on your studies, away from prying eyes and distractions.
I wish I could afford my own broom. Instead of using my brother's hand-me-downs. Looks like her grandmother in them. Smells like her too. Spintwitches is opened in Hogsmeade. All the latest brooms, I hear. Not that I need one. The broom I have at home is the latest model.
I do like Madam Kagawa. She's been tutoring me after class. Although she is very strict when it comes to broom safety.
If I could afford the new Bright Spark broom at Spintwitches, I'd be on it now.
And you know what? That's what we're gonna fucking do.
Ah, new face. Wonderful.
Hello, Mr. Weeks, is it?
Albie Weeks at your service. Welcome to Spintwitches. Apologies if you came by before and weren't able to come in. Shop's been closed since trade routes were disrupted. Had to travel as far as London to meet with my supplier. And I've only just returned, thankfully with inventory. I presume you're in the market for a new broom? Got a few rare U-weavers available. Ember Dash, Silver Arrows. Wind Wisps too. No matter what broom you choose, you'll be pleased. They're all exceptional, both in quality and performance.
You said disrupted trade routes caused you to close Spintwitches?
Terrible it's been. Trade routes reported as unusable. Evidently criminals are overtaking roads, threatening hamlets. I can fly safely almost anywhere, but you try flying with an inventory of brooms on your back. No easy feat. Right then, back to work. If a particular broom takes your fancy, just let me know.
Do you mind sharing more about your brooms?
I have a passion for them. Every detail of every model. Take wind wisps, well known for their quality ash handles. Yew weavers are rare because some fear flying them, likely to do with the yew wand's darker reputation. Then you have the ember dash, known for its handsome appearance. Working with brooms every day makes me practically giddy. It's one of many reasons I cherish running this shop.
Sounds quite the array of brooms. I'll have a look around. Thank you.
Nice doing business with you. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. Whilst nearly any broom will certainly be a step up from the practice brooms in Kagawa's class, they all have their limitations. You seem to be a flyer who might be interested in, say, some enhancements?
Go on.
Ha! Knew I was right about you. I think you'll be quite happy with the performance of any broom at lower altitudes. But you may notice that speed consistency tends to falter as you rise. I believe I can remedy this issue. I have some ideas for enchantments, upgrades, if you will, that will improve the performance of any broom you fly. What I need is someone to conduct a broom flight and report back to me so I can perfect the upgrades. As it happens, another Hogwarts student, Imelda Reyes, is using abandoned broom courses for time trials. Clever girl. An ideal situation for collecting flight statistics. If you were to compete for the best time and succeed, then report back to me with how your broom behaved, I could complete work on my first upgrade. What say?
How long have you had a passion for brooms?
Since the moment I saw my first Quidditch match. Seeing flyers manoeuvre the way they do. Oh, some people continue to have their doubts about me and my ideas. I hope that won't dissuade you from helping. I know I'm onto something.
Why do you need me to report to you on this broom flight?
I did try to get Imelda to help, but she has some flying habits and quirks that made her difficult to collaborate with. I need a flyer with no bad habits and the knack for flying. Your classmate Everett said you're a natural on a broom. He's forever in here studying the newest models, almost as passionate about brooms as I am. If your rumoured talent for flying can help you beat Imelda's times, then having you assess the broom will be invaluable.
Sounds as if you took Kagawa's class.
I did, but my focus on the technical elements of brooms rather than the art of flying drove her mad. She thinks it fitting I run Spintwitches now. I don't reckon either of us ever pictured me batting away bludgers for the Cannons or Puddlemere United. And I find a certain satisfaction in winning over the naysayers who think I may be too young to run this shop. With your help, I can continue proving myself the most knowledgeable purveyor of wizarding sporting goods around.
That sounds intriguing. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. It'll be worth your while. If I'm right, the new upgrade ought to enhance brooms in every regard. And I can give you a special price. The time trial should be a bit of fun too. Go to the Quidditch pitch and Imelda Reyes will sort you out. Once you've got Imelda's time, be sure to let me know.
Can't help but admire Mr. Weeks' enthusiasm.
I actually have to see if there is a way to change the... I think there is a way to change the broom.
If it isn't Slytherin's newest broom talent.
Hello, Imelda. Albie Weeks sent me.
Did he now? Still tinkering with his broom upgrade, no doubt. I tried to help him once. He nitpicked my flying technique, and that was the end of that. The nerve. Why is he roping you into his broom testing silliness? You've barely started flying from what I know. Caught wind of you showing off in flying class with Clopton.
Seems someone's jealous of my skills on a broom.
Me? Slytherin Quidditch captain. Jealous of you? Everyone knows that class is only for beginners, troublemakers, and bumbling baboons. But for some reason, now people think you're competition. Ugh, I can't be having that.
Perhaps I am competition.
You can't be what passes for Slytherin these days. Ragged old hat's dropping its standards. Enough of this. Only one way to find out who's the better flyer. I hold one of the fastest times on this course. Let's see if you can beat it. Slytherin versus Slytherin.
Can you tell me more about these courses?
Stalling, 5th year. Fine, I'll humor you. This course demands focus. Requires you to anticipate speed and height before every turn. The others test stamina. 3 courses in all, built ages ago by former students. Since Black cancelled Quidditch, it was these courses or nothing. I made them popular again. Got the whole school hungry to compete. So, let's see what you've got, 5th year.
Actually, why not? I can beat your record.
I'm so looking forward to seeing you lose.
Oh. It was a parcel.
Did it? Made it. Could have done better.
Oh, piss off, I hit the bloody ring. I went through the centre of it. You guys can vouch for that, no problem.
Excellent. This is rather fun. Brilliant.
I did not miss a ring. And you guys can vouch I didn't miss a ring.
That's not... You must have cheated, you... Ugh. Fine. You won. Don't think this is over. You can't determine skill from one single trial.
Surely my win means something.
You're not terrible, but you're still going to have to prove yourself if you want to earn my respect.
Challenge accepted then.
Perhaps you have what it takes after all. We shall see. But don't get your hopes up. The next course near Irondale offers a much tougher challenge. You can try to prepare by racing this course again. Just check in at the podium, where the leaderboard is. You can check your time and start the race. We'll see next time if your win here was more than just a fluke. Whilst on an errand for Albie Weeks.
Actually, we can view the read.
I suspect Mr. Weeks will be glad to hear how I fared.
Yeah, and now we don't even have to bother. We could just do this. Like so.
Oh, you're back! With something to report, I hope?
Actually, yes.
Mr. Weeks, I was able to set a record on my broom.
Incredible! Miss Reyes must have been shocked. Tell me, how was the broom?
A little turbulent, and it's wanting for a bit of speed, but it fared well enough. I will say that it tended to drift a bit to the left on certain turns. Heard a slight swoosh when I dipped.
Oh, thank you. That's precisely what I needed to know. Drifted, eh? I shall get to work immediately. Even the naysayers will be forced to admit that my work's had potential all along.
Who has doubted
Why
you?
would anyone doubt your ability to upgrade brooms?
No, you'd be surprised. People get set in their ways, worry that fiddling with what's working fine will somehow ruin it. Those people don't appreciate the sense of freedom that comes with quality broom flight, nor do they appreciate all that's involved in the creative process. I have a friend in Rome runs a shop like mine, says it's worse there. Of course, they do nap in the afternoons from what I hear. And where would we be without enhancements? I mean, if Elliot Smethwick had let the naysayers get to him, we would never have had the cushioning charm. I don't listen to them.
I'm excited to hear more.
I have a very good feeling about this upgrade. I guarantee you'll be pleased. Expect to hear from me soon. How to address the issue of altitude as it relates to speed?
Well, I wish him the best of luck. Of course. Yeah. So at the moment we've got the Hogwarts house. Okay, so we can click him. We can pick any broom we want. Yeah, so at some point you will start to see a change in outfit as the story goes on this season.
It's always nice to see a familiar face.
Okay. So. I'm going to end the video here. So I can have some lunch. And I will see you guys in my next video. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.